Welcome back to the Movie Draft House. I'm your host, Mark, joined by co-host Jeff.
Hey, Mark. I want to offer something to you.
Oh, good.
I'd like to put lotion on your legs, if that's okay.
You know, I never turned down a good lotion.
If I were had a broken leg and was bedridden, would you shower with me?
Only if I could turn my back to you.
You don't want to see the birthmark on my ass?
Depends on the shape. I mean, if it's a cool shape that can, elicit a lot of discussion, maybe.
I'll see if I can get it edited, because right now it just looks like Karl Marx. I don't know where that came from. Welcome to the Movie Draft House.
That was a deep pull for
I don't know.
a shape of a birthmark. Karl Marx. Yeah.
That's the first thing that came to mind. I don't know.
Anyways, welcome to the Movie Draft House. Jeff, tell them what the year-long theme is and what we watched this week.
Oh, buddy. My name is Jeff, as we've said. And our theme this year is 1 degree of separation. Each film shares an actor, a director, a stunt coordinator, a writer, something with the previous film. As in the previous film's director, what was that movie? The Fighter?
Yep.
Yeah, The Fighter was directed by David O. Russell. And this week's film was directed by David O. Russell. It's called Spanking the Monkey. It's from 1994. It's unrated, runs for an hour 40. And the thing I told you not to do, I'm going to do for you now, which is read the synopsis, because I wanted you to go in blind, and
I did.
Hopefully you did.
I did.
But the synopsis of the film says a med student is forced by his traveling salesman dad to cancel a top summer trip. Excuse me, getting over a cold. His top summer internship and look after his hot mom. It says that, who is bedridden with a broken leg. Applying lotion to her legs arouses him. Yet to be seen if it arouses her. We'll find out over the course of the film.
So you told me, and this was I think it's David O. Russell's first or second film.
I don't know.
And David O. Russell is an accomplished director. He's Oscar nominated, and so I was intrigued. I didn't look at the synopsis. I didn't even look at who was in the film. So very much blind. And last week you had said it was a much discussed film.
Well, I don't know about much discussed. So I heard about this movie just watching YouTube.
You said it was fucked. That's what the words out of your mouth were fucked.
Yes, those were my words. So I was watching a YouTube video. There's a channel I like called Spooky Astronauts, and she covers like all kinds of horror. And she was going over movies that she said, these are the movies that my listeners or viewers called taboo. And this happened to be one of the movies. And I was like, oh, weird. And I just moved on, right? I was like, saw it. Okay, fine. But then you picked The Fighter, directed by David O. Russell. And I'm like, I know that name. And it's because I remembered him from this video. And Spanking the Monkey was on the list. I'm like, I guess I could do that. And then I had given you two options or something. I said, one of these is really fucked. And you said, I'll take it.
Yeah.
No more discussion was had.
Yeah. So, and I told you this like kind of right after I had watched the movie, that I was a bit disappointed in the lack of on-screen fuckedness.
Incest? Oh. You wanted more on-screen incest.
No, like, so as you know, midway through the movie, you kind of get the gist of, okay, I know it's gonna happen here,
right?
And so I don't know if it's Alberta Watson who plays the mom in this film, and she's just not my type of MILF, I guess. And I didn't really find her that attractive in the film. She's dead now, so R.I.P. Alberta.
Is it because you weren't related to her?
Maybe.
These are the questions I have to ask this week.
Maybe. I don't know, but like, I just didn't find her, and so there's things in the movie that I'm like, why is she asking for? Is that like, why does she need help if she just has a cast? Like, hang your leg out the shower. What do you need your grown ass son?
And she got all the way in the shower, which means she'd have to have put like a bag around it.
You would
But
think.
her thing was the balance, I guess.
I mean, okay. And then like before we I guess meet her character, and the dad's talking to him, and he's got to be the worst dad of all time, I guess. But
Yes.
I mean, we're talking small dick, all right. We're talking maybe he ain't got a dick because
I don't know, because he was bringing the pain on many occasion. So I don't know if I can accuse him of that, because he seemed to have a steady stream.
Well, I mean, when you pay, you're paying
rolling.
for.
Was he paying?
I guess I'm assuming that.
I just thought it was like coworkers from his conference or whatever.
Oh.
But I could be wrong, you know.
I mean, he was
don't
a
know.
salesman. He's a traveling salesman. So I just assumed that he was just picking up some prostitutes. But like, I mean, just it's got to be crazy bad for you to get like hot for your son, right? Now I get the
Oh my God! Right? Exactly. Like, that's the part. I mean, so we'll just tell you full spoilers if you can't tell already. This mom and son, well, they get it on.
they fucked once.
Now, I will one time, which was all we needed, right? I wouldn't even say I needed it, but for the sake of the story, I guess it had to happen.
Yeah.
But I could see a sexually repressed 19-year-old son maybe giving in,
Sure.
but someone who's given birth
Yeah.
to their child,
And wipe that ass and cleaned up.
I
puke
have a
and-
harder time. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, I guess it goes without saying that I'm not a big fan of sleeping with your parents.
just a small.
It's not
fan.
for me.
You're just a small
As
admiration
we
for it.
said. No, I'm going to go on the record and say 0. It's bold of me. But
So-
this movie, I felt like kind of actually reflected what it would have happened, like what would happen after the fact. Like, I felt like they went for accuracy in that there was a lot of shame on the young man's part. The mom didn't even mention it, just glossed it over.
Yeah.
And he ended up wanting to kill himself, which I imagine if this had happened to me, I'd probably be on the same page with him. That's tough to live with.
No, but so he had a lot. He had,
You can't undo this.
he had other stuff going
You
on
can't
too.
undo it.
No, you can't undo it. But he also, his dad had told him, "Oh, you got to take the semester off because I can't afford to continue your MIT." Apparently, the kid's kind of a genius, but
Yeah, that's smart.
I mean, he did what any 19-year-old repressed, down on his
Did
luck.
he? I don't know. Like, maybe, but no. Like, I can't. I just.
I mean,
okay, it's happened in the real world. I
okay.
guess.
No.
I
So
can't say it's unbelievable.
The real question, Jeff, is: was your mom hot?
No.
Okay, so it was
Rest
easy
in
for you.
peace.
It's right. R.I.P.
Well,
But it was
now,
easy
is
for
that
you.
Because hold on now, is that because she was my mom? Right?
What came first, chicken or the egg?
You
I don't know.
I mean, she had, this is uncomfortable. She had 4 children, so somebody was available. Now I gotta flip it on you because you've got me in the hot seat.
Okay.
I don't even want to ask this, but you've done it. You've done this.
Okay.
Was your mom hot?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
And so like it's easy for me.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Has your mom passed away?
No, my mom is still living.
No. Okay. All right. So I should say is. But that even is weirder. Like if I'm asking if your mom's hot, and then I'm like, "Hey, what's her phone number?"
And hey, is she still living? Because that makes a difference. If you're
That is one of my prerequisites. Not being related to them and being alive were like my two big hangups.
Although there's probably people out there that like both the opposite direction.
Oof.
No, it's just like I know, and we've all had friends
With hot moms?
With hot moms, you all listening out there have had a friend that has had a hot mom or maybe a hot dad.
Yep.
And
that's different, right?
Right,
like
but I'm saying, but like, did you give them shit about it?
His best friend's mom, it would just be called American Pie.
No. Right, I understand. But I'm saying, like, you'd give your friend, maybe you give your friend some shit when you're growing up. Be like, oh man, your mom's hot. And then that'd be real uncomfortable for
in this movie.
Right. So I mean, maybe the seed is planted that way. Maybe he got told his mom was hot so many times by the buddies in the friend group.
And then what if he started boasting about it? Like, yeah, you guys think she's hot. Guess what I did?
Fuck my mom.
That would be a twist. I should mention this is pitched as a dark comedy.
Yeah, there's no comedic elements really here.
It is not funny.
It's very dramatic. At certain times in this movie, I thought he was going to murder somebody. I mean, he tries to towards the end, but I thought he was going to actually. I thought we were watching a movie about like a budding serial killer, and
yeah.
Which I mean,
this would make a great opening to Psycho. Like this being the origin story of Norman Bates.
Yeah,
I could totally see.
So it's like, I'm not saying like I sympathize with this kid. I'm just saying that like he's got some mental illness, mental health issues going on. I think
that the movie does a good job of trying to get you to sympathize with him because
his dad's a dick.
He is tormented by it, right? Yeah. It's not like he did it and was like, oh, hell yeah. And then went around high-fiving people, and you're like, damn, this guy is fucked.
Well,
and he did something he regrets.
He also the movie also makes it tells us that he's trying to repress this stuff. He's trying to jerk off in the bathroom, but the goddamn dog keeps looking at him. Man,
I can relate to this. Like you're in your room, like if you have an office like I do or something, you're in there alone. And you've been alone all fucking day. Nobody's come in, nobody's wanted anything. And you decide to lock the door and have a little me time. And inevitably someone knocks. Yep. And you gotta be like, fuck, go away.
Busy. I'm busy.
Like half the time I just want to be like jerking off. That would end all further knock. It would actually fix the problem pretty much completely.
No one would ever knock again.
Right.
I just like the movie does kind of tell the audience that hey, I mean he's trying. He's trying to the girl that he kind of likes is
all right. She was too young for him because in this movie he's what 18, 19.
Yeah.
This kid looked 14 to me.
Wait, which kid we're talking about? We're talking about the girl or Davies?
The girl that
okay.
Huh? I'm talking about the girl he was kissing and making out with.
Right,
less problematic of the two.
Davies is the actor's last name. Who
plays, the Davies is probably 18, 19, right? Yeah. He's on his way to college.
Right. Well, he's been in college. He's been in college for a little bit because
she says she was 2 years behind him, which, okay, fair enough. It's honestly not that problematic, but it still felt like too big of a distance for me. But,
I mean, it could be. I actually don't really care about the girl because, like, she was just like, I don't even know why he was messing. I do know why he was like trying to mess around with her, but like she was just giving off like kind of friend vibes, and
I think a little more. She encouraged the kissing, you know, and then was kind of like, you know, they're learning, they're experimenting, and I'm fine with all of that. But I don't think she was in the wrong in any way.
no, I don't think she was in the wrong. I just felt like her character didn't really serve a purpose, is because like
It was another outlet he had that did not get fulfilled.
right.
Right. That was the thing. It was another place where his sexual frustrations could have been output, you know. And I think in a lot of ways, this movie might be an argument against purity culture. The whole wait till you're married, don't masturbate, that's put on by, you know, a lot of religious groups.
Yeah.
This seems like an extreme outcome to me, but you know, having the freedom to be open and say, hey, Mom, I'm putting the dog in here for the next half hour. I'm going to go bait. Might have solved a lot of problems.
I'm going to go bait.
You've never seen Idiocracy?
I have, but I don't remember that line.
Fantastic. Go away, baiting.
I don't know. Just the fact that he didn't end up murdering anybody in this movie was somewhat disappointing for me. Is because like everything's set up perfect, and maybe that was by design. Maybe it was like kind of the subversion of, hey, this kid, you know, he just fucked his mom and doesn't get to go to MIT anymore, and the girl, he like kind of rapes the girl a little bit, and she did not consent.
He goes a little too far, but
consent.
he does stop.
He does stop.
He definitely overstepped. I wouldn't go so far as rape.
Here in the state of Florida, sexual battery is sexual battery. You don't have to penetrate.
I thought you did, because I was on a jury, and the term battery required penetration either by hand or penis or
it's
something.
union with. All right. So the law. We're going to the police corner. We haven't been here in a while. So union with, right? And if you could see me on the camera, it's simply the touching of one's genitalia, and that is in the state of Florida called sexual battery. And so you do not have to penetrate.
I will yield to you. That was not my understanding of Florida law based on the
so sexual battery
the case I was part of the jury for.
Sexual battery encompasses a lot of things. There's different tiers for sexual battery as well. And so the broad definition of sexual battery is union with, and so that goes for touching. Like you can't touch my dick unless I tell you you can. You know, just like you can't.
But here's the situation in here,
which he was,
and it's very nuanced. There's a great comedy special called Nate, the One Man Show by Natalie Palamides that's on Netflix. And she kind of gets into the murky mud of consent and what that really looks like, because they're consenting to a point, right?
And consent can be withdrawn at any time.
Absolutely. And when she withdraws it, he needs to step away.
Right. And at that point, when he does
had
it,
he done that at that point, we would be like, okay, he's doing everything right. You know, he went somewhere and she said no. He said, okay.
And then she goes and tells her dad. And
then he goes and fucks his mom. She gives enthusiastic consent.
Well, you know, it started with this just a real innocuous of rubbing the spot in the cast. You know, I mean, come on. If I can't have my child rub my cast itch, what good am I? What good are they?
Okay, if you can't scratch your own fucking cast itch, right? Because that's well within the feet. I get she can't lift her foot; it's in a cast. There's no way she could reach it. But this is her upper thigh. She could have easily done it, but he was game at this point.
Oh yeah,
because he was so
100,
backed up.
yeah, for sure. It is. No, I mean it was very much like, oh, oh, you like this? Let me put my hand all the way in your cast. And I was like, oh, that's probably got to hurt a little bit.
It's also got to stink, right?
I said that to my.
In there.
I did watch this movie with my wife.
Oh God, what did Kathy think?
She was like, why? Why is one? She said, oh, mom's not that hot. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't.
Okay.
And then two, she was like, why are they? Like, why? Like, the lady can leave. Like, the lady is not like it's not like she's bedridden.
Right.
Like, which I didn't understand. I didn't understand why she needed all this attention when she's just got like maybe a what's the bone? Femur? No, not the femur. Tibula? Fibula.
Yeah, all of those.
Yeah. Anyways, because the cast is on her lower leg.
Would be upper thigh, and
Right.
the cast would go higher if it were that.
But
So
like the cast is like on her lower leg foot area, and so it's like, well, why did she need all this attention? I don't know. Like, so I did watch it.
This story doesn't work without it. But yeah. But I mean, I'll be honest. Like my dad, he'd be in the living room, and I'd be on the other house. He'd be like, Jeff,
come
come
scratch my
butt."
itch.
And he'd say, "Where's the remote?" I'm like, "Bitch, it's on the coffee table. Get it for me, motherfucker." Right? You know.
Hey, so I'm going to give you the exact Florida statute definition of sexual battery.
All right, let's go.
And it says sexual battery means oral, anal, or female genital penetration by or union with the sexual organ of another, or the anal or female genital penetration of another by any other object. However, sexual battery does not include an act done for a bona fide medical purpose. So it does not have to be penetration; it can just be union with the sexual organ of another.
Okay.
Just
I believe you.
merely the time. I'll send you the statute.
This is a pretty fucked up episode.
Listen, you know, our audience has stuck with us this long. I mean, we might as well test them a little bit. We might as well, hey, how dedicated of a listener are you?
I'm going to turn... I got a picture of my late mother here. I'm going to turn it around. You can't be a party to this. This is just... I'm sorry, Mom. I apologize.
Mom, don't listen to this episode if you...
Yeah, that's what you need to say. I'm good there. Like, I won't get a call from my mom be like, Jeff, my boy, what happened to you?
Anyways, so I mean, like, but the movie and it's from 1994, so the acting isn't great. Like I think what's his name? Davies here, Jonathan Davies.
Yeah.
I think
Jeremy
he does.
Davies.
Jeremy Davies, whatever.
From Lost fame.
Yeah, I think he does. He's fine. I will never watch a Jeremy Davies film and be like, oh, he's the greatest thing ever. But I mean, he's capable.
Does a job.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think actually one of my favorite scenes in the movie is near the end of the film where the girl's father comes over and he's like a psychiatrist or whatever, and he sits down and talks with the mom, and she kind of breaks down.
Yeah.
Well, all the shit she's going through. I thought it was a really strong scene, really well acted by both parties. But then she goes into the next room. She's, hey, he's a nice man. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, because she's just not talking about it. Right. She is not acknowledging that this happened. And I think that's fucking him in the head even more. Right. So.
Yeah, it's.
I think it's a decently well acted film, for what it is.
Yeah. I do think,
and I will say that it's somewhat tasteful, despite the tastelessness of it. They don't
like there is no.
They don't go any further than you need to see.
So now that you bring up the nudity here, we did get Alberta titties, and they were. And I paused the movie and I turned to my wife and I was like, "It's the weirdest looking titty I've ever seen." They were very torpedo oblong, like football shape.
I have a confession. I was the body double in that scene. So,
we're learning a lot about each other this episode.
Yep.
The
Our mothers. Sorry, Mom.
But that was the only, I think that was the only nudity in this film. And for a movie called Spanking the Monkey and about this dude trying to fuck his mom,
I mean, that wasn't his goal.
I mean, the movie's called Spanking the Monkey.
Well, yes, the jerking off was his goal, and he failed miserably. He failed about as hard as anyone could at jerking off.
Yeah, he did.
Like to start the day being like, okay, I'm finally going to get some masturbating done, and then sleeping with your mom. I think that's about as fucked up of an attempt at masturbating anyone could ever have.
I mean, masturbation.
Get at us in the comments.
Yeah,
let us know.
Let us know your most failed attempt.
That's great. Okay, how about you? Let's go. What's your most failed attempt?
This is a. You
want me to go first?
We're diving deep into the annals of our podcast relationship. Yeah, you go first. Go ahead. I don't have one. I don't have a failed.
You've been successful every time.
I mean, we have to define success, but like, I've never had anybody bust in on me, or the dog hasn't been staring me in the face with when I'm trying.
I've had people bust in on me. My wife has. She played it off. She's like, "Whoops, sorry." Close the door. I'm like, "Well, not finishing this off today." And that's really it. I mean, that's about as bad as it's been. Most of the time, I take thorough precautions, but
anyways,
not willing to share, huh?
I don't have any like failed attempt.
Then we need tips. What are your tips?
You lock a door. You do it in no one's home.
These are all great.
Get your wife to do it for you. I mean,
that's not the same. If I could get that to happen, I wouldn't need to. Anyway,
I'm just saying, like,
this is what this movie has done to us.
And it's a weird episode. It's a weird episode. It's a weird movie. And like it kind of launched. I don't know if this movie launched David O. Russell's illustrious career here, but his next movie after that was a movie called Flirting with Disaster, and it was 2 years later. It got good.
Is it the same plot?
No, but it's the movie with Ben Stiller that I said that like I didn't even know existed. It's got Ben Stiller and Patricia Arquette and Téa Leoni, which I'm actually still interested in watching. I'll have to find it. It says it's on Prime Video, but and then he made Three Kings. And then I
saw that in theaters. It was all right.
I Heart Huckabees. And then The Fighter. And then Silver Linings Playbook. And then American Hustle. And then a movie called Joy, which I don't think I've seen. And then this movie called Amsterdam. So, like, I mean, we got three. He did 3 movies consecutive. The Fighter, Silver Linings Playbook, and American Hustle that were all Oscar nominated. And I think he may have won. No, he doesn't have any wins, but he's been nominated 5 times. So, and every time he's been nominated, it's been for Best Director. So, like, people saw this movie, Spanking the Monkey, and they're like, yes, let's get David O. Russell for this film. So, like...
You think that's what did it?
Yeah. I mean, why else would you throw money at David O. Russell? Like, okay, the Three Kings movie, big budget. I remember that being a summer movie. And it's got Mark Wahlberg. It's got Ice Cube. No, Jamie Foxx. Sorry. And who's the other guy in that movie? Oh, George Clooney. And You're talking George Clooney in the 90s? Well, that's as big a budget you can get. And, it takes
save money on the director by getting the guy who directed that incest film.
Right. So, there's somebody, a studio executive somewhere was like, hey, isn't that guy that had that incest film where he's trying to jerk off and the dog was watching him? And then somebody else was like, yeah, you saw that? And the guy was like, he's like,
I thought I was the only one.
No, I didn't watch that movie.
Oh, that's real. Yeah. Well, I've never seen it. We can't deny it though. We documented it.
Yeah. Jeff, do you recommend this one?
I'm gonna say yes.
Are you really?
I it kind of lingers with you afterwards. It's slightly disturbing, and
we didn't even talk about it. All right, hold on, we got to go back. We didn't even talk about that. The fact that after he confronts his mom about he doesn't confront it. He tells his dad on the phone. And
he does it in a weird way, and I couldn't hear what he said. Like, I had to back it up several times. So his dad's on the phone, and he's talking to his dad, our main character, and he says something to his dad over the phone. He goes, blah, 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 and he goes, what? To who? And he says, who do you think? So I don't know what he said in that moment. I think he might have said, I lost my virginity.
Yeah.
And then he said, to who? And he said, who did you think? And his dad automatically went, your mom? Like, my mind wouldn't have gone there.
I mean, maybe
it could have been that crazy aunt who kept coming through. There's clearly a woman or a young girl that lives in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But his dad, I guess, thought it was a possibility.
I just don't know. Like, so so the dad, he's like, you got to come home. Blah, blah, blah.
And do something about mom because I'm leaving.
Right.
I cannot be around her. Even if she did acknowledge what was happening, I could see that he'd still not want to be around her. And they should probably get in touch with that therapist and kind of work this shit out.
But he's also, he goes into the bathroom and he tries to hang himself from the door with a necktie. I mean,
a belt. Yeah,
he
does
a belt.
Pretty poor job of it.
Yeah. And then mom busts in and then he tries
to choke her.
He tries to murder mom.
Well, no, he kisses her first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he tries to kill her. And it's just all of this stuff in his mind and body's mixed up. Right.
Right. No, he's letting out all of the pent up aggression.
Because I think part of it is too in his psyche somewhere. He knows what he's done is wrong, but there's also a part of him that found pleasure in it, and he hates that about himself, which is why he wants to kill himself.
Yeah.
And there's just all these mixed up emotions going on, and just wild.
But then he goes, maybe the funniest part of this movie is he had just choked out his mom and then decided he wasn't going to kill her. And then this weird fucking dude pops up at the window, and he's like, hey, man, what are you doing? And Davies goes, I'm just choking my mom. And I was like...
Did he say that? I thought
yes.
He was spanking the monkey. Oh, okay.
No, he said, I'm just choking my mom.
All right. I don't remember that.
And I was like...
I believe you.
That is a weirdly comedic line for that moment in a film that was not comedic at all. No. And then he goes out the window? Oh, no, maybe it didn't show him going out the window, but it shows him, the next scene is he's in the car with the guys.
Yeah, he goes and hitchhikes and leaves, which is, I think, the best option for him.
But no, he jumps into the quarry, jumps off the cliff into the quarry, and I think that was another, attempt.
Oh, right.
Let's see if I live off this,
Yep.
It was weird because, if you're gonna do all that, like, are we just attention seeking?
We're not saying he's in a rational place though,
No, clearly
right?
not. But I don't know if I enjoyed the ending. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can't really say I enjoyed
I
this
felt like
film,
it
but
made the most sense though, right? Is there's not going to be a satisfying resolution to the situation. Because it is cannot be taken back.
yeah,
And there's tons of hurt everywhere now. The father has been betrayed by his wife, and it'd be one thing if she was sleeping with the postman, but this is beyond that, right? And of course he's been cheating on her, so if it was just simply infidelity, he'd have to not that he would, but get over it, you hypocrite. But it wasn't. And this young man is scarred for the rest of his life. And he just wants to disappear, change his name, be someone else, and never talk of this again. And so I think the ending is one of the more realistic parts of this.
yeah. I don't know. I think for the subject matter of the film. Now maybe if it was a more like dark drama, instead of kind of a quirky drama, I think an appropriate ending would have been this kid's suicide. Is because he's clearly fucked up over it. And but also that's like, what kind of message are we actually sending? What is the message of the movie?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, don't fuck your parents because then you might die.
That's a good message. But I think a message could be, like I said, is sexual repression, right? And
Yeah.
how unhealthy it is. We're kind of, if you look up purity culture on YouTube, you'll see a lot of videos about how harmful it is, to young people and even adults to be required to suppress everything and not be open about our sexuality and the things we're dealing with. And I think that you could maybe make that argument because he is repressed. He's not able to talk about it. Isn't there a point where his mom tells him to wear a condom?
Yeah, with the girl.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty healthy to have your mom tell you that. But I don't know. I just feel like that would be the only message, but I don't know that it's there, actually. I think this guy wanted to make a movie about something freaky, and he did. I guess more power to you.
I don't know.
So you loved it, but do you recommend it?
No, I don't recommend it. And it's just because it was, I don't know.
I'm not going to recommend it either.
It's an
Yeah.
it's an interesting film from a viewpoint of like, oh, what are the consequences of something like this, and how does it affect? But the film isn't really about mental health at all. It's not like this kid goes and talks to a therapist, or the movie shows
I think
him.
there is a bit of that though with his mom, right? Like she has untapped issues, right? That has led her to this point.
Yeah.
That they don't really get
Right.
into much
Right.
until
It's-
she has that conversation.
Yeah, it's all the stuff that's going on are very surface level. There's not a whole lot of deep dives into any one issue. With like, the film kind of just glosses over the dad telling him, "Hey, sorry, can't go to MIT this semester." I mean, that's a pretty fucking big deal. And the film just kind of uses that as just another reason for why he's behaving the way he is. And so, like, I wish the film had actually been about, this kid's like life up to that point. I wish we didn't just get a snapshot of maybe his life in this summer or whatever time period that it is. It's because I think that there's a better movie in telling the story of this kid, why he's going to MIT. He's got to be fucking smart. Why does he have? Okay, he's so super smart, but he has all these other kind of issues with women, and like he's very aggressive towards women. And so there's probably reasons for that the film that David O. Russell, who's also the writer here, probably has some backstory for these characters, but it just didn't make it to the screen. And so like I think
words in his mouth.
Maybe, but I mean he's a pretty accomplished
maybe
writer, but I would imagine that like most writers don't sit down and write a screenplay without having characters that are fleshed out and established and have a backstory. So I'm sure that a backstory exists somewhere, whether it's in David O. Russell's mind,
okay,
or it's written down in some notes somewhere or whatever.
Or you could write fan fiction.
Could write fan fiction, but then you just turn your fan fiction into a David O. Russell movie, and that's like because most fan fiction is just turns into porn literature.
It's true.
What?
I'm sure there's certainly is some that doesn't, but the connotation is that it always does.
Yeah.
Right. So if you were going to write with this, we had a conversation about this on one of my other pods, but what would you write fan fiction about? What property would you want to write some fan fiction for, be it erotic or otherwise? Let's say erotic. Do you want to write erotic fan fiction for what franchise?
Transformers.
Okay. Mine's Golden Girls. So I'm curious as to what movie we're going to watch next. I don't know if you can top this.
I don't think I can, and I just looked at the runtime for the movie that I had picked.
Shorter's better.
Shorter is better.
That's what I keep telling people.
Damn. All right. So it's going to be either this movie that I've never heard of. It's got a very well-known actress in it, though.
Was she in Weird Science?
Oh, I don't know.
If so, pick it. Probably not.
But super well-known actress. It's by a director that kind of gets a bad rap, but he makes like
okay.
No. But then the other movie is a shorter movie, and that's on the longer side. This movie with the well-known actress and all that.
What's the runtime on that one?
2 hours and 51 minutes.
Holy shit!
All right.
It's not Babylon, is it?
It's not Babylon.
Okay. What's the other one?
And the other one is a wartime film. No. Right, I know. But it is only 2 hours long.
Ooh. I mean, you got to make a decision here. That is two different things. Are they both dramas?
I would say yes.
Oh, fuck. My least favorite.
I
don't want to watch 3 hours. I got 3 movie podcasts. I just can't.
All right.
And
all right.
Can't.
So
unless we're watching RRR, I don't want to watch a 3-hour film.
So we're gonna watch from the year 2006, coming in at 2 hours and 5 minutes. We're watching Rescue Dawn, starring Christian Bale, Steve Zahn, and Jeremy Davies.
Dawn.
And I think I've seen it, but
we haven't done Christian Bale yet, have we?
We have not. So I've set you up well.
Steve Zahn.
I've set you up well.
No, I kind of like the look of this. This looks like a more, just judging by the handful of pictures, a more contained story as opposed to a sweeping.
No, I don't think it's not. It's not
a small story in a war zone area. I can get behind this.
Yeah, no, it's
it's Werner Herzog.
Yeah. And I don't know what other.
And I like Steve Zahn. Any of these motherfuckers in Weird Science? I don't think so. One day.
Well, I know Christian Bale's not, but
yeah, but I already had a chance to do Christian Bale, and I didn't.
Well, now you get a second chance. So, yeah, we're gonna watch that. And I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. Oh, it says it's on Prime.
I'll take care of that. It
Yeah.
says Pluto, which is free.
Yeah. But anyways,
Herzog, what have you directed?
he's recognizable, and I don't know.
He has one of those names.
I don't hit like the stuff. Like you could pick the movie Cave of Forgotten Dreams, or maybe Happy People: A Year in the Tiaga.
His first film was 1968.
Oh, you can pick maybe one of my favorite. It's not maybe. It's one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies that he directed. Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
Not a bad idea. I do like Jack Nicholson.
Wait, Jack Nicholson?
There's options.
Was in that movie?
There's options.
There are options. Anyways, another option that you have if you're watching here on the YouTube is hit the subscribe button when it pops up so you don't miss any future content right here on the podcast. And if you want to follow the podcast on all your favorite social media platforms, we're at Movie Draft House. We're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, right here on YouTube. So give us a like, follow, and subscribe. Jeff, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on the internet. I have two other podcasts. One's called All Things Being Sequel, where we're getting ready to start our season on Critters, a franchise that has been touched on here on this pod, but we go a lot deeper over there. We're going to watch all those movies. Looking forward to doing that. And then my other podcast called Chronologically, where we're in the midst of looking at all the 90s films based on the works of Stephen King.
Hey. I can't wait for all of your podcast episodes. They take up a lot of my time.
There's a lot. They take up a lot of your time, huh? Okay. Well, you're not the one that some guy's trying to drop a 3-hour film on you when you already do 2 other podcasts.
Listen, you didn't give me much to work with here in Spanking the Monkey, so...
I will say this, and why I had sort of thought about recommending it is I found this to be entertaining throughout. Yeah. At no point was I bored. This was a wild-ass movie.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things we watched on this show that Spanking the Monkey would be in my virtual VCR long before a lot of other crap. Even some crap that I liked, like longer movies. This is just easy to watch.
The virtual VCR. Okay. Jeff, any final words?
Just don't, just don't.